Hey folks, welcome to another Triple T Thursday. For those just joining us, that's Tools, Tips, and Talk, where we'll discuss info for the knife maker. In today's episode, I'm going to attempt stainless Damascus again. If you haven't seen my last video on stainless Damascus, I'll put a link up in the corner. You should go check that out first, because it'll explain a lot of the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing in this episode. Let's go down and take a look. Hopefully we'll get it right this time. So I'm ready to start my second attempt at stainless Damascus. I'm still going to be using CPM 154 and AEBL stainless steels, but this time I'm going to be putting them in a canister, and the handle is actually black pipe, and this is going to be connected to my bottle of argon, and I'm going to be feeding argon into the canister. Let's see how I'm going to do it. So here's how this is going to work. I've got this all sealed up here. I got a pinhole here. Kind of here, it's pretty tight inside, but there's definitely air spaces. This piece is going to be sacrificial because it's likely that just being in the forge, it's going to destroy this piece. Hence, I put a coupler on here. And now, we just hook up our argon to the other end. And let's see how we do. Not bad. So I turn the argon down, and I can barely feel it coming out the end there. So now it's time to go into the forge. And if you need to get some stainless steel or any other knife making supplies, check out Maritime Knife Supply. They have everything you need. It's where I get all my steel and all my equipment. You guys should check it out.
I actually had some issues with the handle, and I'll explain that at the end. I thought this was dead before it started, but it seemed like it's going okay. I'm really just setting the welds here. I'm making sure I get the entire billet under the dies so I can press it all at once. These stainless billets actually have an issue with being overheated, so I had the PID set at 2150 Fahrenheit. I actually did one or two more heats, which I missed on the camera, but I wanted to make sure I had this nice and forge welded, which I think I did. Now it's time to grind off the can and see if we're successful. I was starting to get sparks into the camera, so change the angle a little bit here. Of course, on the top and bottom, the can's solidly stuck to the inside billet, but the sides puffed out, and that's really what we're cutting off here.
Oh, that doesn't look good. Well, that does not look good. Well, I was a little worried after breaking open the canister, but it looks really good. This has actually been ground and then annealed, so it's just coming out of the oven. It's still a bit hot, but you can see it's welded up really nice. You can see the layers. I see no inclusions. It looks really, really good, so I'm really pleased. So I'll definitely call that one a success. I don't have time for this video to do another restack and do all that, but I will be continuing this, and I'll probably show you in next week's episode what we're going to do next. The one thing that I didn't show you while it was going, because I was in a bit of a panic, was that this part that was welded to the plate on the canister, I forgot or didn't realize that these are cast iron. And the melting point of cast iron is very low, like 2200 degrees, and this was forge welded at about 2150, so this was starting to disintegrate. And it actually completely fell apart. You can see here how it just got mangled. I ended up having to cut it off and weld the pipe directly to the canister. So that was a big failure. So I won't be using that again. You can see here what happened to it. So it was not pretty. So yeah, don't use anything cast iron in this. I thought I was being smart because I wanted to make this end of the wand reusable. You know, I could just throw this away, get a new one, which I'm going to do, but next time I'm just going to cut the end and weld it to the canister instead of using one of these. So some lessons learned, but this worked out great. The whole argon insertion mechanism worked really, really well. So I'll be drawing this out a little bit more. I'm going to have to go back in the forge. I still have to grind off the outside of the canister here and here, but I'm really happy so far. Looks like it's a success. I'll grind that off. I may even just restack it the way it is so I don't have to draw it again. Well, that's it for this week, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Let's check out next week and see what I can do with this. Thanks, folks. See you on the next one.